I have now known Gregory for a number of years, and the thing that impresses me the most about him is the fact that he truly tries to make the world that we live in a better place in so many different ways.
Gregory has this superhero trait that his superhero trait is that he doesn't think there's anything he can't do.
When he wanted to move back here, he came to see me to say, this is where I want to raise my family. This is where I was raised. It's a great place. And what he did was move back and make it better. And if you can look at somebody and say, you've actually made a difference here, that's an amazing thing to be able to say to anybody.
The greatest asset that Gregory possesses is his vision. He has the ability to be able to see things that are bigger and larger and greater than I think many of us imagine possible, and manages to be able to relate them to you in a way that allows you to see them to actually be something that could be possible.
He can take very boring topics like venture capital and make it fun and interesting and stimulating.
I think Gregory's unique contribution to the world is that he doesn't see problems, he sees opportunities.
He's whip smart, everybody knows that. He's very funny. He's dedicated to a fault. I mean, he just does not let go. Anybody who knows the Kallenbergs know they don't say no to them. You just don't say no.
Gregory's best attributes are the fact that he is able to get us all to follow him wherever he will go. I think of Gregory as the Pied Piper of Shreveport. He says we're all going to the river, and by golly, he's able to take over 2,000 visitors that are here already up on Common Street for the film prize and march them all down to the riverfront to see great entertainment.
I think that Gregory's best attributes are his enthusiasm, which is contagious, especially for the causes that he believes in. And one of my favorite things that he supports is the community in general, the people in it, all people. Gregory and his employees, I think that his leadership is a laid-back kind of a style that is part of what makes it so wonderful to work with him.
Probably leadership by chaos is best I can observe, but it's a style that appears to work. In all seriousness, it appears to be very participatory. He believes that you put together a team of very capable, qualified people, give them proper resources, give them proper directions, and then let them go and do that which they have the ability to do.
Oh my gosh. Well, for one thing, he never stops. So he works 24/7. So if you're with him, you better be prepared to work 24/7 as well. His energy level, I don't know where he gets it. It's just amazing. He's got this endless well of energy. But I think he, certainly in working with us, he has encouraged me, he has cajoled me, he has begged me, but mostly he's inspired me. And that's the reason I think most people want to work with Gregory and want to follow him, is he's inspiring.
He's a leader of the heart. He tries to show people the reason behind a certain project or initiative, and the good that will come out of that project or initiative, and the fun that can be generated from that project or initiative. And he tries to lever that into motivating his team, and I think he does a very good job with it.
What I've noticed about Gregory as a husband and father is his family is with him. Willingly or not, his family is with him. I have seen Tobias and Daisy on many a shoot, many a prize opportunity, and of course Heidi is always there as well.
He is so willing to go the extra mile with his kids. If my son likes comic books and video games and computer games, and Gregory gets into it. He reads the comic books, he buys the comic books, he plays the games. My daughter and I both ride horses, and I know he doesn't know a whole lot about it, and it's not his thing, and he's really not all that interested in it, but he supports it and encourages it.
Well, he's totally dedicated to Heidi, has been as long as I've known him, other than when we were little kids. We knew each other when we were little and then met again as adults, and he's a dedicated husband and a dedicated father.
I often describe Shreveport as Dreamport. I didn't come up with the term, but it's something I believe very deeply in. And what is amazing about Shreveport and Bossier and Northwest Louisiana is that it is tabula rasa. The great thing about this area is that it is what you want to make it. It doesn't mean that it's going to give you everything. It means you have to pick up a shovel. It means you have to dig a ditch. You have to work hard and make it into an incredible city. And that is something that I have focused intensely on, mostly for selfish purposes. I mean, I want Shreveport to be an amazing city because I want my children to move back. I want it to be a great city because I want the friends and the people that I've connected with to be successful and help build it into a bigger and better city. What I'm trying to do personally to make Shreveport into a better city, I mean, it really is offering up these wacky contests, you know, whether it be making a film here or allowing an entrepreneur to come here and connect with our resources and our investment capital. Those are things that what I'm trying to do is build that foundation that any great city needs if it's going to build itself to be a greater city. Shreveport is something that has all those components. It's just a question of turning on those components and then energizing them to a point where they grow and they become something that is tactile or can be sort of connected with by some of these people who have left. So it's always in my sights that Shreveport, Dreamport, whatever you want to call it, is going to be a great city, but we're all going to have to stick our hands into it and build it the way we want it to be. If you look at why we're here and what we're celebrating with junior achievement, I mean, remember that this thing is run by volunteers. And I got to tell you, as someone who runs a nonprofit, volunteers are our lifeblood. So I think that however anyone out there can sort of participate and help junior achievement achieve its goals, it's certainly a worthy cause.
One thing that I really love about Gregory is not just what he's done in this community, but who he is, the kind of person he is. I admire that sparkling wit. I admire that fierce heart that's Gregory Kallenberg.
He truly is so sweet and so kind-hearted.
Gregory chose to come back home, to bring his wife, to bring his children, to come back here, to set down roots, to make this his home, and to, more than that, make it a better place. There's no greater expression of love and commitment that anyone can make to their fellow citizens than what he's done.
What a joy he is to be around. I can't imagine anybody being involved in a project that he has put his heart into who would not be totally absorbed into it as well.
He's not that sense of formality or decorum. When he says, I am the prize, you are the prize, we are the prize, he means it. And it is within that deep sincerity of we are that I think he makes Shreveport is. Shreveport is cool. Shreveport is hip. Shreveport is the prize. And again, so much more than the film prize now. But really, Shreveport is, in its own weird, growing way, Shreveport is Gregory Kallenberg. We're all right there with him.